welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
What a sight, a sky-high perspective of the beautiful... Let's see some of the numbers here for Jaylen Brown.
And guys, it hasn't been...
And we've got time for a quick pregame report.
Hey, Kevin. Most people know that the Celtics are big proponents of analytics. And their star Jason Tatum said, it's helped me a lot, knowing what...
It sure has. Thanks, D.A. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Out is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Daniel Tice out there with Tristan Thompson. And it's Walker in at the point. And for New Orleans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Adams in at the center. Walker against Ball. 6 to shoot. Here's Brown. Bledsoe with the rebound. And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
Very difficult game to predict. They are not familiar with each other. I expect to see a lot of in-game adjustments tonight on both sides.
Inside, here's Williamson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call it the shooting foul.
And we all know about Zion Williamson's athleticism. Now he must continue adding to his game.
And Williamson's parents, both college athletes themselves, were a guiding force in helping him grow his game.
When you're talking about growing his game, Greg, at an early age, Zion told his mom he wanted to be the #1 player in college basketball. As a 5-year-old, he played on an AAU team for 9-year-olds. By age 9, he was waking up for 5 a.m. workouts. That's the kind of commitment it takes to succeed, even that early.
A tremendous find there by Kemba. He draws loads of attention, opens the court up for his teammates.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
There's Walker with the 3. Here's Thompson, and the layup's good off the glass. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
The unbelievable effort. Thompson, a dedicated warrior on the offensive glass.
And that one's good, Williamson.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Here's Tice, and that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
At the end of the day, when the ball goes up, there's no substitute for effort.
And finished off by Williamson.
Unbelievable hang time, giving the crowd its money's worth. Go ahead, Zion.
59 seconds left to play here in the first. Walker surveying the floor. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
And it's denied. Here's Tatum. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It goes on Brandon Ingram.
You got to avoid fouling Tatum in those situations. He's very clever at getting the defense to kind of bite when he attacks.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
Earning all rookie first team honors after a brilliant first year, Tatum quickly became a fan favorite.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Here's Walker. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Improving size does not matter. Walker comfortable slamming it up inside.
Williamson, and the jump by Williamson.
Oh, and
This is some serious showmanship. Loving that tomahawk right there.
Greg, he came with force, and that's not just about getting 2 points. That was sending, I think, a message. And here we go. Williamson. Oh, wow.
They just can't get stops against this guy. Zion too strong and too athletic.
Here's Tatum. Kept alive.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
He gets it in there.
So fast in the open court. I say Zion is the ultimate fast break option.
And so, guys, it's Zion Williamson making things happen for New Orleans. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
And that has helped them build an advantage here, playing with good focus and good energy.
On the floor for Boston. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Tristan Thompson is out there with Williams, and it's Pritchard in at the point. Greg, too early to start talking about MVP for this year or mid-season?
You know, we've gotten to a point now where we start talking MVP at the start of the season. You know,
Yeah, right.
People just love to talk sports at this point, especially when it comes to the most prestigious individual awards out there. I think you can make a case and sway some opinions with your play this time of year, but I like to let it all play out before I start focusing on that.
Things can change in a hurry, can't they, in a season?
Yes, they can.
Like you said, let it play out. And there's Williamson on the assist by Ball. Ball's got 6 assists now in the game. Celtics trail by 5. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. A second chance effort. Can't get the layup.
What a defensive play. Gets the stop and does it without fouling.
Hart the pass to Adams. New Orleans moving the ball around. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
The grown man play of Zion. Love watching him convert through aggressive defense.
The Pelicans have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Robert Williams, he's checked in for the Celtics. For the Celtics, they come into this one following a loss to Utah.
And that one, I thought the guys were out of sync offensively. And on the defensive end, a failure to communicate.
This was a brutal loss. You can point fingers in a number of directions, but the bottom line is they just didn't have it tonight.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Lonzo Ball has steadily improved his three-point shooting. He had to rework his form, moving his windup over to the right side of his body. He said, now my shot is more consistent and just take it step by step. I'm going to keep working and hopefully the percentages will keep going up. Guys?
I think we've all enjoyed watching his improvement. David, thank you for that. New Orleans making some changes here. Reddick comes in for Josh Hart, and it's Eric Bledsoe in for Ball. Walker's checked in for the Celtics. And both free throws good for Williams. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. 6-point lead. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
It looked like there were communication breakdowns all night. Deadly, especially when you're on the road.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Ingram passes to Adams. Williamson double team. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pass to Walker. Here's Williams. Goes up again, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
And a chance here to just double check the ruling on the floor. I wasn't sure if he got it off in time or not, so I appreciate the second look as well.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact, beat the clock.
Yeah, they're glad they're going to get those points. It wasn't too long ago that they wouldn't even have looked at it on the monitor, but replays here, and it's here to stay for situations just like that one.
And the first half is now in the books. Pelicans lead by 6. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. A tremendous start for Zion Williamson. He ended up with 24 points and 1 assist. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Pelicans?
The passing is what kept the offense rolling. The communication has been tremendous. Guys are working as a unit and not as individuals. They've got to repeat that kind of ball movement.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on Boston?
I like the way they rebounded. They devoted a lot of energy down low, fighting for each other on the boards, and to help keep this game tight. If they can continue to do that, it could easily be the factor that swings the game in their favor.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Zion Williamson, guys. In this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. Setting the floor now for the Pelicans. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the center position. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
And slam dunk by Ingram. Now Walker shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Walker's got 7 points. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field.
Williamson. And a foul call. Almost got it to go in, but he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
The quickness of Zion is really impressive, and he has the handle to go along with it.
Nelly is checked in for the Pelicans. Josh Hart comes in for Eric Bledsoe. Brown outside. Back to Tatum. And it's good off the back rim and in.
They are on fire right now. That's 4 straight makes.
For New Orleans, they've got just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. And the ball goes up. And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
And this is the exact type of play that I think is perfect for a review, coach's challenge or not. I mean, you seldom get into a situation where it's hard to definitively determine the out-of-bounds call.
And depending on what point in the game it is, boy, it can have, Greg, a huge impact on the game. So many games coming down to just one possession. Each possession so critical. So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
And some people might argue, hey, we're stopping the game, but this uses up a timeout, so that's technically already a break that could happen regardless of the call staying the same.
And Ingram has got the ball here for New Orleans. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the content.
Power and control from Zion. He's able to find a shot despite the foul.
Ojale is checked in for the Celtics. 2 shots. And he makes both free throws.
And the free throw shooting has been excellent tonight. And how often do we get to say that?
The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
It just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
A putback, and it's Adams on the follow. And the Pelicans lead by 1.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Both teams putting forth their best efforts right now. This is the kind of game fans pay to see.
And here we go. Fast break. Williamson's got it. Ball with the bucket.
Well trained and blocking out distractions. Ball doesn't let a little contact affect the shot.
Brown the pass to Tice. Back to Brown. And Brown throws it down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And that one's good, Williamson. Williamson's got 6 here in this quarter.
So reliable, they've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Tatum against Ingram. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut back down to 1 point on the basket from Tatum.
Yeah, and I love how strong Tatum is finishing through the contact there. He's shown a real toughness in terms of when he gets in attack mode.
We're at the end of the 3rd, and we've still got a close one. Pelicans on top, up 1. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics. Down is the 2 with Tatum at the 3. Ojale is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Teague in at the 1. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
Outside Teague. Pass to Tatum. Teague against Reddick. 5 on the clock. Floats one up. And now the Pelicans on the break. Bledsoe's got the ball. Ojale grabs the rebound. The Celtics with the lead. Brown with it. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Tice. Got a hand on it. And it's Ball penetrating. That shot misses. The Celtics have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the 3rd quarter. Ojale kicks to Brown. Williamson against Tatum. Here's Ojale. From deep. Teague can't hit. For New Orleans, they've gotten off to a rough start in the 4th quarter. Oh!
Yes! Yes! Big one. Coach feels comfortable going to Zion when it matters.
And so Brad Stevens decides to call timeout. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kemba Walker.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Ingram comes in for J.J. Redick. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, well, look, here's what Brad Stevens went over with his guys during the break. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David.
Big-time basket at a big-time moment.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
And finished off by Williamson.
Watch out now. When Zion is moving like this, get out of his way.
Here's Tatum. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Bucket is good.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Here's Ingram. Yes!
You can count on him. Ingram has accepted the responsibility of being the man.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Tatum against Ingram. Tatum down low. And so it's Williamson with it. He brings it up for the Pelicans. The putback, it's in! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
I have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Now a timeout called by Boston. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Tatum passes to Pritchard. Can't get the three to fall. And regulation
Again?
now complete. We will go to overtime. New Orleans back in a moment.
Just literally did overtime.
And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. And away we go here with post-regulation basketball. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. On the floor for Boston. There's the two with Tatum at the three. Tristan Thompson is out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Pritchard in at the point guard position. And here's Tatum for three. No good that time. And New Orleans will go the other way with it. And that one's good. Williamson's got 38 points.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
The direction this game is headed is going to come down to a couple key buckets by either team.
And Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
And the basket is good. Williamson's got 40 points.
He got the ball in perfect position, went up over the smaller defender, and laid it in for a big bucket.
Here's Tatum. They get it back. Thompson passes to Pritchard. That one wide left. Pelicans leading by 4. Here's Bledsoe, and he banks in the layup.
And there are few with a more explosive first step than Bledsoe. Gets the angle at will.
Now a timeout called by Boston. They're behind by 6. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Ingram, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Walker's checked in for the Celtics. Tatum against Ingram. Tatum no good. And Thompson kicks to Tice. There's Walker with the three. It falls. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this is where Walker thrives, an assertive long-distance shooter.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so it's Boston with it. Tatum deciding where to go with it. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
And he just lulls the defense to sleep at times with his handle before pulling up. You can't back off this guy. That's just inviting trouble.
A fearless competitor with a strong motor. You can trust Zion down the stretch.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 4. We've got 28 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Tatum down low. He's covered by Ingram.
Shifty, elusive offensively. Tatum's scoring potential is through the roof.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And so Tatum nails them both.
You can't have any more pressure on you than he had at the line right there. Shows you what he's made up as he's able to tie it up.
Williamson in the post. Brown's there. Got it!
And they do have a foul to give.
Ingram against Tatum. Puts up a 3. No good from 3-point territory. And that's an intentional foul. It's the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
If you're a point guard and you want the ball at the end of games, you have to knock down free throws. That's something Lonzo Ball is working on, in my opinion. There's the knockout blow. No chance of getting up off the canvas now.
So it's a narrow victory for New Orleans, pulling it out for a double. And they had some nervous moments down the stretch, but things finally came together for them in overtime.
They probably didn't anticipate that this one would be that close down the wire, but give them credit. They were able to regroup in that overtime, and this win has to feel satisfying.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Steve Smith, Craig Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you later.